Hello, we're on the second of a two-part video tutorial wherein we have had a quick look on the Google Classroom main menu. And in this video, we'll have a quick look into the elements and sections of the class stream. Right? We'll have an overview of class stream. This area called over here is what we call the class banner or theme. This area shows all the details of your class, from the name of the class uh, to the section of the class code, and if you click this small square over here, it will display in a bigger size the class code of your class. Aside from this, let me click that off. Uh, you can also see underneath that a Google Meet link. Since if you remember, this class already has a link since we've pressed the button to generate one in the class settings the other in our other video that we have made. And so we already have a Google Meet link provided for this class. Over here beside that link is an icon. This little icon over here represents the visibility of the link of your Google Meet to your students. The slash on the I indicates that the link is currently not visible to your students. So if you somehow set in the class settings the visibility option for Google Meet link, this one will disappear. And then all of your students can now see the Google Meet link for this particular class. And then below here is a downward arrow. It will show you more details of the class. So if you press that, all right, the Google class details are shown over here. The subject, Google Classroom, the room, which is 413, if you still remember. And also it includes or shows the description of the class. And if you remember, when we set up this class, I have put in the schedule on the class description. All right, so this is where you can see that. Over here, on the other hand, are options for you to change the theme or the image of the class banner. So this banner over here. When you click the select theme, you'll be provided with a bunch of selections for your class banner theme. So general, we have here by default in this class, I have this one. Whenever you generate a new class, Google Classroom will just simply pick random banner image. So you can later on change that after you have set up your Google class. So let's say this class is about technology and Google Classroom. I might want to select this. You also have other options. If your subject is history or English, you can select on or choose from these things. If you have math and science, you can also have these options. If you have arts, okay, there's plenty. If you have your class is about sports, more options, and then you have others, right? So you have plenty of options. So I have earlier chosen this one. So if you have chosen something, just choose select or press select class theme, and then Google Classroom will change your banner. All right. So what if you want to customize your banner? Okay, there's that option as well. If you look over here, there is this upload photo. So when you click upload photo, right, you will be brought to a small or not relatively smaller window wherein you can actually upload a photo of your choice. So in this case, I would like to choose this one, right? Then resize the scope in which Google Classroom will display your banner. And then after that, you just press select. All right. So if you notice, the image is darker. Don't worry, that's the default setup for Google Classroom. Google Classroom will simply darken your banner according to what I have read, just to highlight the details of your class over here. No? But one of the recommendations they say is that I try to lighten up the background so that um, somehow uh, the details will pop up. So I tried different settings for the violet. So like this one, if I chose that, okay, and then adjust the scope in which Classroom will show, and then select class theme, but it's still darkened. No? To the point that I actually created a white background. Okay. So adjust, select class theme, and it's still dark. Okay. I think Google Classroom did something in order for that if you're going to upload a custom banner, they will just simply automatically by default darken your banner. So for this case, I will just simply choose the dark mode. So don't worry when you upload your image and Google Classroom will darken or has darkened the image. So don't worry about it. That's simply by default, right? So if you're going to upload or should you choose to upload an image, make sure that the size is at least 800 by 200 pixels. And again, that's 800 by 200 pixels to about 900 to 230 pixels, right? Uh, that's the range of the size for the banner if you want to have a custom banner for that, right? So that's it for the banner. Over here on your left uh, is a quick view of your due dates or deadlines. And this is the same as the to do or to review list or link on the main menu but specific to this class. So if you click here, okay, again, I haven't assigned anything in this demo class, so it's just blank for now. Okay, again, go back there. Right. So again, this is a summary of your due dates and deadlines for your class or for specific to this class. This area is what we call the class bulletin board, something like that. And let me move that up a little bit. So a class bulletin board is where you can create and schedule your announcements for your class. If you've allowed your students to post on stream or make comments on your post, they will also appear here. Now, aside from those, whenever you create an assignment, for example, or assign a quiz, post a question, or upload a material on the classwork over here, these things will also appear on your bulletin board. Or if you want to use other social medias label for that wall, for example, right? So all of those things will appear in this area. So let's say I would like to welcome my students to my class. So I can type them here. So if you press that, the window will expand a little and you can type in all the message you want to say for your students. Now, just a side comment for this. No, the for if it is the first time that you will be doing this, a pop-up message will appear telling you that you can post now or plan ahead or save a draft and finish the message later. So it's just a hint or reminder for you regarding this bulletin message or announcement message box. So I'll type a message, a simple message perhaps, that I want to tell my students to welcome them. So let's say this one, welcome, hello and welcome to my Google Classroom class. Feel free to explore and check out our school's G Suite resource hub. The link is there to get you up to speed on how to use the different apps under the G Suite. All right, so that is going to be my message for as a welcome message to my students, to all of my classes. Right. So you can either uh, do or send this specific message to all class or to all students, but you can also modify that. So before you press post or the post button over here, there are again a couple of things that I'd like you to see. So over here, we find the recipients of your message, recipients of your message. So if you have similar classes and that you'd be sharing or posting the same announcement anyway, you can actually select those classes over here. So since I only have one class for teaching for now, by default, the selected class is demo class. But if I have more than one classes, I can actually select and deselect those classes in this box, right? Or if I want to send specific messages to specific number of students, I can choose them over here. Right? By default, it is all the students that is selected. If I have students already under people enrolled in this class, I will see them here and then I can simply check or uncheck the boxes beside their names. All right. So once that I have selected either to send it to all my classes or to selected classes or to all my students or to selected students, I can now either do whatever things that I can do over here. All right. So you can either, before you post the message, you can either add something, whether a Google Drive, a link, or a folder rather, a link to a file or to a website that perhaps you want the students can check out. In this case, I want them to check out this one, the school's G Suite resource hub. So I can type in the link there, or a file or a specific file, whether from your computer or from your Google Drive, but that would be over here. And then, or perhaps you want them to watch a YouTube video. So you can actually type in that link or that YouTube videos link over here as well. So again, if I want them to check out this one, I simply copy this and then perhaps add that over here. And then I can simply paste the link there and then add link. All right. And then I can either cancel if I want to just simply throw away the message. I can do that over here. And if I want to post it, I have three other options. I can either press post immediately, and that will immediately post the message on my class, regardless, or whatever options that you have chosen over here. And then, aside from that, I can either schedule it ahead of time for another day or save it as a draft. If I'm not finished writing my message, if I want to add something later on, I can do so and just simply save the message as draft first. So for this one, I would choose to schedule it for future posting. So let me click that. So it will pop out a small window wherein you can select the date in which you want the message to be posted. So let's say I want to schedule it on July 27, Monday at 9 in the morning. All right. So if I'm done, I can just simply click schedule and then that's it. All right. So there will be an indicator wherein you have a saved announcement, and this will also include your draft messages or announcements. All right. If you if you want to throw away the message, if you change your mind later, you can simply click this. If not, you just leave it behind, and then Google Classroom will simply and automatically post it on your scheduled date over here. So that's July 27 at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? So there you have it, a quick rundown of the stream or the class stream. You may click on the next video to learn more about classwork and how to assign tasks or assignment for your students. For now, that's it. Thanks for watching. God bless you all.